Okay, so your next move is the side kick. Now you can't say I'm not good to you. I always choreograph and set my classes so there's very little in terms of transition. I do occasionally need to add variation, but we've just done our side lift if you're doing this sequentially in the way that I'm teaching. So you're on your side, so you're going to stay here for the side kick. This time you can rest your head on your upper arm, underneath arm, lighten the load of the ribs underneath you and stack the hips evenly. The side kick is going to work the abductors, that's the muscles on the outsides of the legs, to lengthen and take them away from the body. Now in the Jane Fonda days, that's the 80s aerobics, you used to do repetition, 50, 60, 100, and predominantly all you were working really were your quads and wearing and tearing the joint evenly in your hip socket, which is what we don't want. The side kick in Pilates, even though the term says side kick, is not ballistic. It's a smooth, long, controlled movement. Hips are stacked to the ceiling. What are we doing? A, our alignment. Shoulders slipping back and down the spine, neck in neutral. I'm now going to set my breathing again, the uppermost leg. I need to be able to see the top of my feet, so I'm in a neutral position for my spine. I'm going to set my breathing, and I'm going to exhale. And I'm going to activate my core, stopping flow front and back and pulling the transversus abdominis flat towards my vertebral column. I'm already just elevating my leg as if there's a pane of glass on the inside of this thigh. So I'm not going to let it go beyond it because it would break it. I'm going to keep it just here. And again, the foot is floppy and switched off. We don't need no pretty lines and pointy toes here. Switch it all right off. And already, the dead weight of that lever, that limb, you can actually feel activating in the core and in the abductor muscle just here on the outside of the hip socket. Inhale, exhale, check your core activation, and you're going to simply elevate about 9 inches and lower. I like to exhale as it elevates, inhale as it lowers. Don't worry too much about the breathing, but do keep it cyclic and even. It normally starts to set itself the more you get in tune with your body. What I want you to feel is as if somebody is gently pulling that leg away from you. So you can do 10 gorgeous repetitions rather than the 50 or 60 of yesteryear and do nothing other than unevenly wear your joints and lower. You should, by repetition 4, 5 and 6, be really feeling this if you're doing it correctly. So again, check your alignment, check your breathing. Is that scapula stabilised down your spine? And is that leg lengthening away from you as if someone was gently pulling the femur head out of the hip socket away from you? Now the developments on the leg side kick can go like this. Extend the underneath leg to it. Inhale as you exhale, lift. Extend the underneath leg. And then lower and lower. So if you've done 10 repetitions of the side kick before, and then you add to it the scissor, the underneath leg joining it, so you lift, and you lift, squeeze, and you lower, again checking your line all the time, lift, lift, lower, and lower. You should really start to feel it. One on the development, is just both legs lifting and lowering, again, all the time, checking your alignment, your breathing, and your core activation. Well done.